this is John Cola with DiscountJuicers.com. Today I have a special treat for you. I'm going to talk about juicing fruits. So we got a question the other day about juicing fruits. You know, hey John, can I juice fruits? Should I juice fruits? What juicer is good to juice fruits? So the question is, should I even juice fruits with my juicer? Well, in my opinion, juicers are not the best appliance to process fruits. In my opinion, blenders are a better appliance to process fruits. And I have a couple reasons for this. Number one, the juicer is basically designed to juice things with hard fiber. So things like a carrot, things like greens, things like celery and beets, things like that. And when you have and you're trying to juice fruits, it's a lot different consistency. I could literally take a grape in my hand and squeeze the grape and literally squeeze out the juice. But I couldn't take a carrot and squeeze out the juice out of the carrot unless I was Arnold Schwarzenegger or something like that. So that's where juicers really come in, to extract the nutrition, the nutrients, the liquid gold from that, those vegetables, and put it into your glass so that you can't juice it. But we could easily digest the nutrition in the grape or other fruits by literally chewing it. As we put it in, we chew, and the juice is released into our mouth to give us a great taste sensation. It tastes so good. Try to do the same thing with a carrot. I mean, you'll put the carrot in your mouth, it'll taste kind of dry and gritty and maybe not so good. But you know what? If you juice carrot juice, to me it tastes really good. It's really sweet. So that's really the benefit of the juicer. So can you juice fruits? Yes, you can. Some juicers will do better than others, and some fruits are more conducive to juicing than others. I believe that fruits are best eaten whole or blended, actually. And I do juice some fruits sometimes, but most juicers will not handle fruits and do a really good job at it. And the reason is this, the consistency. So, vegetables like carrots and greens have like hard fibrous cell walls and cellulose. And, take a grape for instance, it's very soft. I mean, I could literally squeeze the grape in my hand and get the juice, and the juice will drip out. And I couldn't do the same thing with a carrot. Unless I was Arnold Schwarzenegger, then maybe I could squeeze a carrot and literally squeeze out the juice. So, juicers for the most part have been optimized to juice the vegetables, because that's what, we really can't digest too well, is the vegetables, and get the nutrients out of those, trapped in those cell walls. And that's why juicers are so beneficial for the vegetables. But if you want to juice fruits, that's another story. We're going to talk about that today. So there are some fruits that are more conducive to juicing than others. So I have this in sections, and this is based on my experience, and your experience may vary. And so this first section here is fruits that I would generally consider would juice fairly well in most juicers. So first we have some pears. Next we have some apples. Then we have some tangerines, or similar class of oranges. We have some grapefruit, and we have some limes and a lemon. We also have watermelon, grapes, and cantaloupe. Now all these juice fairly well. We'll come back to these in a minute and we'll talk more about them. Actually, we're going to juice today in the Omega Verb Juicer. The next category that kind of does so-so is something like mangoes, persimmons, pineapple, and pomegranates. And the category that I would probably not juice, because you're probably going to waste your produce, and we'll see that in a second. This 1 pound of strawberries were $3, and we're going to juice this 1 pound of strawberries in the Vert Juicer, and we're going to see how much strawberry juice we get. It's going to be, number one, it's going to be more like a slurry and really thick, so it's not really even going to be a juice. And number two, I'm going to tell you now, we're not going to get a high yield. So in my opinion, especially at $3 a pound, better to just eat them and enjoy them whole and raw, or blend them in a smoothie. If you blend them in a smoothie, you're getting all the nutrition from the strawberries. So also things that don't juice too well, bananas. I would never try to juice bananas. If you did put bananas in, you'd get a subtle flavor, but it's going to make your juice really, a slurry once again. Papayas, peaches. I don't really recommend juicing peaches. Peaches, once again, are best eaten whole or blended. And something also like kiwis. So there are some exceptions to this rule. I believe that we should eat all our fruit fresh and ripe as possible. So in nature, if we went to get bananas that were ripe, they would be soft. If in nature, you know, if we got a papaya that was ripe, it would be soft. In nature, if we had peaches that were ripe, they would be soft. And they would really taste delicious. And the problem is, really soft fruits are the fruits that tend not to juice very well. So if you are picking fruits to juice and you do want to juice, not that I encourage this, you want to pick unripe fruits. So these peaches are actually rock hard. But these rock hard peaches are going to juice better than the soft peaches. But that being said, you know, when peaches ripen up, they get sweeter, they taste better, and when they're not so ripe, you know, the full nutrient mix inside, all the different nutrients are not at their peak. So if you want to juice peaches or any other thing, you want to get them hard, especially like the kiwis. It's just going to make a pulp. It's going to be really, you know, like a slurry and thick if you don't get them when they're hard. So that's the first thing. So when you're picking the produce out to juice, you want to pick the produce that's going to juice the best. So for example, on the apples, you know, you want a nice firm apple. You don't want it soft and mealy. If it's soft and mealy, once again, you're not going to get good results. So that starts in the store when you actually pick the produce. Now with the oranges and the tangerines and the citrus fruits, you know, I'll explain there's two different ways to juice them. Number one, you can see here I have some limes and a lemon. And a special tip, when you're picking out your limes in the store, you don't want the ones that are dark green. You want to try to get the ones that are turning, you know, a yellowish color, because when they're turning a yellow color, they're actually getting more ripe. And they're going to, you know, taste a little bit better in my opinion. But with the lemons and limes, you could literally cut them up in half and put them into the juicer, as you'll see in just 1 minute. Lemons and limes, you could juice them whole. And then if we go to the oranges, tangerines, and grapefruits, these cannot be put in whole. You need to definitely peel the skin off like you're peeling the orange to eat it, or minimally take a carrot peeler and peel off the coloring of the grapefruit, orange, or tangerine before you juice it. There are naturally occurring indigestible chemicals basically in these peels. I mean, if you know, they make basically like an orange guard cleaner out of oranges, and they make, you know, some other kind of products that actually kill ants out of, you know, the extracts of orange skins. So we do not want to be eating this stuff. We want to peel it off, but we want the white pithy part. And, you know, I'll show you this once again in a minute when I'm actually juicing these that have been peeled. But we want to juice the white pithy part, and that's going to make 100% total juice. So when we juice whole citrus without the coloring, but with the pith, the white pith, there's a lot of, you know, nutrients in that pith that we want to get. That's going to make a total juice. What you buy in the store, and if you just squeeze the orange, you're basically getting orange water. So the full orange juice tastes much, much better. So now we're going to talk about which juicer can juice fruits the best. So as you've seen on YouTube, I have a lot of different videos I shot using different styles of juicers, from centrifugal ejection juicers to single auger juicers, both the horizontal and the vertical augers, and also the twin gear juicers. Those are the main popular kinds of juicers. And also the masticating juicer. Don't want to leave out the champion, and I'll be doing a video on that pretty soon. But so each different kind of juicer will juice fruits maybe a little bit better than other kinds. So in my opinion, the best kind of juicer to juice fruits is the vertical auger style juicer. There's something about the design of this juicer that really, you know, gets a dry pulp for the most part and works really well. But that being said, you know, some fruits that you juice will come out a little bit more, you know, thick, almost like a smoothie consistency almost, because it's going to be really thick. And one of the ways, if you don't want it too thick, you could actually pour in some water. You could put a piece of fruit in, then pour in some water, you know, into the single auger style juicers, and to basically dilute that to make it a little bit thinner. You know, some juicers like the twin gears kind of choke when you're trying to juice fruits. You need like a fruit attachment knob, which actually has a softer spring tension to let the fruit pulp out, because that juicer is designed to hold hard fibrous, you know, pulp in to extract every last bit, and actually it'll back up on you if you're trying to juice fruits in a twin gear juicer. The single auger juicers work fairly well for juicing fruits, and then the centrifugal ejection juicers, you know, those will juice pretty much anything, but the problem with that is that the yield you're going to get out of those juicers are going to be relatively small comparatively. So once again, I encourage everybody to, you know, blend their fruits for the most part, or eat them whole. And as I said, I do juice some apples and pears or Asian pears into my vegetable juice for some sweetness occasionally, but otherwise I really enjoy eating my fruits whole and encourage everybody to eat more fruits in their diets whole. So this is John Kohler with DiscountJuicers.com. Be sure to visit DiscountJuicers.com/YouTube for special promotional offers for our YouTube visitors.